All right. Hello and good afternoon, good evening, good morning to everyone. So thank you so much for all of you for attending week 5 of Skills Up SuperMap, which make it another 3 weeks for you to guys to finish this training. So I hope you are having a great day right now. So I would like to introduce myself again. So I am Anis from SuperMap and I will be your moderator for today. So for this week, you guys will be learning about map of quick. So I hope you will be having fun today. Okay, so as usual, this webinar is being broadcast live on our YouTube, SuperMap Malaysia. So feel free to subscribe to our page. Okay, so let's move on to our today's topic. Okay, Shafika, let's start right away.
Okay, thank you, Anis. Sorry, everyone. Okay, hello and good evening to everyone. I hope all of you already had lunch or breakfast, depending on your current time, and hope all of you in a good health. So today is our 5th session of Skills Up with SuperMap. And we can say that this past few weeks, we like already learned about some tools and features in iDesktop. So in today's session, we're gonna learn about the map output and the map generation by using iDesktop S. Okay, as usual, if you have any inquiries, just let us know through our chat box or you may email us so we can assist you better. Okay, so for today's focus, we are going to learn about the map layout and printing in SuperMap iDesktop apps and how the map tiles works in this software. Other than that, during our demonstration, which is going to be like our last session for today, we are going to create a simple map and we're going to create a simple map and try to export it into a PDF or image later. Okay, now we are going to start with today's topic, which is map layout and printing. As we know that map layout and printing are important part in map during the process and after we done with the map creation, since the map layout can help in order to make our map become much pretty or beautiful, looks more professional, as well as it becomes much easier for people to read and for us to recognize the symbol or data. We also can do a different layout and also add variety type of elements depending on the type and uses of the map that you create. Next, for the printing, where since we will need to further use the map after like we create it, like to put it on our PPT or to put in our thesis and so on. So in iDesktop, we can export the map into PDF file or print or images such as PNG, JPEG, and so on. And you may also print it out directly. So this is the map layout example. Where you can see it has a different layout and depending on what kind of map that you create. So in map layout, we can edit the element visually and assign variety type of important content such as maps, legends, scales, text, and so on. We can also place it based on the layout or type of map that we want to do. So as you can see in the figure, there is an object here, which is we put it a text. The compass here, frame, the map, the measuring scales, the legend, map overview, and so on that can be put in your map. In layout, when you click the layout letter, so you can set the page, either you want your map to be a vertical or horizontal, and you can also set the size margin of the layout and the page size, and the page size also can be set. Okay, so in the properties, you can also add a scroll bar like here, a grid, a ruler line here, and also a scale. And other than that, even geometrical object drawing also can be add, such as image, table, or diagram into the map layout. And all of this depends on what type of map that you want to show or create. Okay, next we go to legends. Since we know that legends are one of the most important part and it play a major role, as it can help us to understand the feature of the map, like what it shows, what information that it gives, all through the legend. As legend, it acts as the reference to the data that we have in the map. We can modify the properties of the legend to make it fit the map theme information much better, and you can also modify it to make it more interesting and easy to read, and you also can delete the unnecessary part or info to make it readable and easy to access. There is a few properties of map that you can do to modify it, where it can where you can adjust the width or height of the legend, and the position of the legend, the font, and also the visibility of the items and sub-items. You can see in the pictures here about the legend before and after it adjusts the properties, where some of the data on it already been deleted, such as text data. Here you can see this one, and so on. So this one is before they adjust the properties and after. So you can see after you adjust the properties, it become much more easier for you to read the info, and it makes the maps looks much better after you adjust its properties. Okay, now we go to the overview of the map. So this is the map overview, where you can add it into the layout to help you to see the position of the map in the much larger area. And by having the helps from the overview map, it also can help a map illustration to have a better content of a map layout, and can help the layout to be more beautiful and reasonable. Okay, as you can see in the figure 1, where the Kishan land use plan. This is the Kishan land use planning map, where you can better see this map in a larger area, which is this one, which is the Kishan position in Balji. So by having a map overview, it can help you to view the position of this map in a much larger area. Okay, this is like the example. Okay, so in SuperMap iDesktop Ads, it has up to 27 types of layout that you can choose from, where these templates, including either the universal templates and specific types of templates, such as land use planning maps. Templates also being provided. This template is convenient for people who want to do the new version or even use the existing layout. So if you open your iDesktop as layout later, you can see that this is the blank template or this one is the existing template that already been provided, and you can use it directly depending on what type of layout that you want. So this one is the template management. Like if you want to save it to template library or to manage the layout templates much easier, you can either modify the name, author, and description of the layout template, and also import an existing template that you already have to make the creation of layout much quickly. The template also can be export in case you need to use it later. And in this template management also, you can create a group layouts. Sorry. Okay, so this is the output of the map layout, whereas I told you previously that we can import or export the map layout into images such as in JPEG, PNG, bitmap, or TIFF, and so on. Or you can also export the map into the PDF file. When you export, during you export this map or layout, you can adjust the output resolution DPI depending on how clear that you want, and the type of format. You can also adjust the type of format and the places that you want to save it. So output resolution is quite important to make it either your map much clearer or not. Okay, so in iDesktop, it supports the exporting of map or layout into the PDF, as it is more convenient for you or for us to share the final result of the map to the non-GIS user. This is some features that helps the export much more convenient, where it supports the setting of the output DPI to obtain a high quality map materials. And we also can keep the vector graph and text, where we can later edit the vector elements and words by using a PDF editors. If you export this map into the PDF file. So next, we go to the map tiles. Okay, the map tiles is introduced to improve a user experience, enhance running efficiency, and save working time. It is a widespread display graph main in GIS scope. Okay, so thanks to this new technology, the procedure of browsing maps is become much more smoother, even when the data size is either too big. You can run it much smoother and save the user time much better. It can save the user time shorter, so you can create it much and save your time. Okay, so map tiles are including a series of scales within a certain range, where map tiles are organized as the pyramid structure. Okay, this one, as you can see. And every tile is marked by its level, row number, and column number. When you zoom or pan a map, the browser will calculate the required tiles as the pyramid rule, and then get them from the tile server and joins them. By using these map tiles, it can speed up the data loading and browsing, reduce the load of server, improve the browse experience, and enhance the words efficiency much greatly. Okay, so in MapTile, you can load, manage, and merge the MongoDB tasks, where MongoDB is the database to store tasks. It also can generate vector and raster tasks by a single or multiple tasks. Other than that, we can also check or resume and even updating the map tiles. We can also publish the map tiles to iServer services. Yes, to iServer services. Okay, so there is a few technology solution for the map tiles. Where we can do multiple machine with multiple tasks, or one machine with one task, or even one machine it can do a multiple task. But the tiles type can either be in a raster or a vector type, and the map task can either be storage. The map task can be storage either in original, compact, or in MongoDB database or MongoDB multi-version database. We can also check and update or even resume and store our map tasks. Okay, so this is the high performance example in SuperMap, where in one machine you can do the multiple tasks, where its performance now has been increased to 4 times more, as you can see in a graph here. The speed and speed tasks are constantly increased, so it can help the performance or data to be able to create much faster than before. Okay, so SuperMap support the vector. SuperMap support the vector tiles. So SuperMap actually provides a whole procedure technology on map tiles, which can help you to improve the efficiency of the map services. So SuperMap iDesktop achieve data analysis, data processing, mapping, task production, and map tiles before publishing it as iServer services. So like it can be saved the file data and styles and tile separately, modify the tiles, and all of this can be done before it being published, before publish the vector tiles in the SuperMap iServer. Okay, so in SuperMap iClient, as you can see, SuperMap iPortal and also SuperMap iMobile can display this vector tile that you already create and visualize it in this 3D other software. So as we know that it can be the map tiles can be published to iServer services, where the tiles can be accessed to different clients after we publish the map tiles into iServer services. Okay, so the weight of data transmission is much more light while the browsing of the map tiles become much efficient. So this sharing resource is also more convenient and fast. Yes, much more convenient and fast when you publish it into iServer. Okay, so this is the services that iServer support, where map services, OTC, such as WMS, WFS, and any 3D services. ArcGIS, REST are also being supported to publish into our server services, while the local types and type of workspace, this type of workspace, as you can see, Baidu, ArcGIS, Google REST, also being supported to being published into the iServer services. Okay, now we're going to take a look about like how you can create a map task in iDesktop, where you can also change the storage types, depends on what you want. Okay, so I'm going to show you this video. Okay, you can see that they create a map task here. You can change the storage type, depends on what you want lah. I don't want MongoDB or original and so on. Okay, after okay. Okay, so this one they publish the MongoDB task into the server, where you can also publish the 3D server here. After that, you will go to iServer to check your data that has been published in 3D. Okay. So this is how you can create a map task in iDesktop. If you have like a data that shown in the videos, you can just right click it and then save it as a map task, and you can also change the storage type, depends on what you want, before you publish it into the Mongo. If you click save it as the MongoDB task, then you can publish the MongoDB task into the server, where you can also publish the 3D server. Okay, after that, you can go and check the one that you already published by opening the iServer data. So from there, you can see your published data either safely being and published or not. So actually, for today's slide, it's only until here. So we will go to the online demonstration. Maybe after 5 minutes break, if possible.
All right. Thank you, Shafika. So that's the presentation on how you can create the map and also publish it through the
So
web.
I think we're going to have a 5 minutes break until 3 or 3:05. So see you later for our online demonstration, and you may download the data on the drive to do it together. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, welcome back everyone. So we already finished with the 10-minute break. So we will continue to the online demonstration in how to create the map output. So Shafika.
Okay, miss. Okay, so hello and welcome back everyone. Now we are going to do our session, which is our live demonstration. So for today, we are going to create a transportation map of Peninsular Malaysia. So first of all, you can add your data. As usual, you just right click your data source here, right click it and open a file data source that you already have when you download it on the drive. Just click open file data source. If okay, open file data source, and then in this data source, which is a map output, you will have this province, secondary road dataset, primary road dataset, railways, waterways, and also administration dataset. So for today, as we're going to create a transportation map, which we need a railway and a secondary road and primary road, we need to add this data set into our data source. If you if you have any other data set that you want to add, just right click this map output, and then you can import your data set into the desktop, so it will come out here later on. Okay, so for today, I'm going just to use this province, secondary road, primary road, and also railways, waterways, and mines and the app. So I'm going to add all of this data into the map. So you can either right click it and add to new map, or you just can double click it, or you can just, if you want to add all of this directly, you can just click this one, left click this one, and then shift as usual. And then right click it. I'm sorry, I think you just can right click it and add to new map. Okay. So this is the layers that you already import into the map. So you can adjust the layer by moving this. Either you want railway to be on top of every layers, or you want the province to be on top of everything. So you can just adjust it here. You can also edit this data set if you want. By here you can see the pencil one, right? So you can just click it, and then you can edit your data. For example, the primary road. So when you click this, only primary road can be edited. So you can just click primary road and you can just right click. And you can either, if you want to delete it or you want to copy it, and others, you can just right click on the roads that you want to edit. So if you don't want, just click on this pencil back until it turns gray. Okay. I just want to share it to you. Okay, so we're going to change our layer style first by right click on this minus ADM one and change its layer style. So you can change the colors here based on what colors that you want. So I'm going to change it into green. Okay. And then you can change the transparency of this layers too. But I'm going to make it the same. And the line symbol also can be changed here. And you can also change the line color. So since the line color here, as you can see, it's a gray. So I'm going to make it much easier for me to see it, which I'm going to change it into black. And the width also can be changed at 0.2 to make it much thicker, the width. But I'm going to maintain it at 0.2, like that. Okay, after we change these styles, I'm going to change the name of these layers too by right click it, and then you can rename it here. Click this rename. So I'm going to change it into Malaysia. Okay, so just click here. Okay, so next we go to the waterways. So I'm going to change the color. As you can see, it is yellow, and we know that usually it in a blue color. So I'm going to change it into blue here. And then, but it is not looks that good yet. So maybe we need to change the line colors too. So you can just click the recent color. So yes, it looks much okay. So this one is actually a lake. So you need to rename it. So just right click and then rename it as a lake. Okay, so next we have a primary road, secondary road, railways, and also province. Okay, so for the primary road, you can change the styles here. So I'm going to change it into provincial road. This one. Okay. And then for the secondary road, you can also change the styles here, like the colors of the secondary road, or you want to change it here. Okay, so I'm going to show you about what the skills where you can actually set the which minimum and maximum scale that you can see in desktop, where I'm going to show you the secondary root scale. So for this is for example only, so I'm going to make it a little bit red color so you can see. Okay. So you can just right click this if you want to set the minimum or maximum scales here. Right click it. And then you see this set visible scale, and then you can set the current scale as a minimum value or a maximum value. But if you want to change or you want to clear the settings, you can just click clear range settings here, and it will be back to square. Means it will be back to normal and not having a minimum or maximum value scale. So for the secondary root, I'm going to set it into the minimum scales here. So when you zoom up, the secondary roots won't come out on your map unless you zoom in zoom the data. So this happen because when you set the minimum scale, so once the layer is above the minimum scales, the layers won't come out. So like this one, you can see, you can, when you zoom in, there's a root here, but when you zoom out, there is no roots, as it is being set as the minimum scales. So you can set it like that if you want to, so you can make your map much better. So I'm going to change it back to black. So next, we're going to change the style of the railways. Wait, I'm going to rename the primary roads again. Okay. Okay, so you can change the styles here of the railways. Just click here. If you don't want to scroll it down, you can just search here railway, and you can choose which type that you want to put. So I'm going to go for the railways. This one. Okay. Wait. Okay. This one. Okay, and then for the province, as you can see, there's no like what which states here, since it didn't right. So you can just right click this one and create a thematic map, and go to the label uniform map, and go to the default and click OK. Okay, so it came up as a Malaysia. So you can change this expression here in properties. So as a name one. So it has a Perlis, Kedah, Pulau Pinang, Perak, Selangor, and so on, the negeri. And you can also change the back type of the shape, like triangle. Here you can see there's a default, which is nothing behind it, but you can change it into either rectangle, rectangles, triangles, markers, and so on. So I'm going to maybe defaults. Okay, and you can also change the styles here, like the font size, the colors. Okay, the text color, if you want to change it maybe into greens and so on, you can change it here. And the font effects also can be changed here. Either you want it to be bold or to be italic. So you can change the effects and so on here in a thematic map styles, and change the expression, the space, the shape here in properties. So okay, so after you done creating this map, okay, you can right click here and save as map. So you can put the names or the map names, such as maybe transportation, right? Transportation. And click OK. So here is the maps that you already saved, which is this map. You already save it into here. So after that, you can go to the layout here, or you can go to this tab and see the layouts. You can just click it here and just right click this at a workspace manager, just right click and click new layout. Okay, so this is the one that we said that iDesktop gave you like 27 types of templates. So these templates is the templates that you can, either you want to create a new one, or you have some diagram or have a multiple map that you want to put into the your layout. So you can just click any of the template that you want, depending on the styles and type of your end map that you want to create. So you can have like this, multiple diagram and so on, or even add a template and create a template like I already show you previously. So but for today, I'm going just to create a blank layout. So you can just click this blank layout. So here, as you can see, in this page setup, you can change the orientation of the map. Either you want it to be portrait or landscape. Here. And you also can change the size into maybe some of the map needs to be in A3 or in before A1, a tablet, so or any other sizes. So you can change it here, or you can go to the more paper sizes to change it later. And this one is the margin that if you want. Okay, so now we will go to the object operation after you click this layout. Okay, in the map of in the object operation, you can click these maps. Okay, it has like rectangle, round, or ellipse, circle. So if you just click map, it will automatically rectangle. So you can just click the area. And then left click it. Wait, okay. And then you can select that map, select the map that you already create. You can, if you have more than 2 or 3 maps that you want to select, you can also select here. But since we only have a transportation map, so I'm just going to click it here and click OK. Okay, so this is the transportation map. So for this one, if you want to move the maps, or you want to zoom in the map or zoom out or the map, you can click this map, right click this map and click this focus map, or you can go to the layout and go to the focus map, where you can move the map accordingly. According to you, either you want to zoom in, zoom out, zoom free, or full extent, or even refresh the maps. So here you can maybe just adjust it a little bit. Okay. Okay. So after you done adjust it, you need to make sure that you click this focus map again. If you don't click it, when you zoom in or zoom out, the outer layers will be moved, or not the outside will be moved, but the maps in this map are the one that will be moved. So make sure you click this focus map again. So after you click it, so you can move it to what you want, or you can, if you want to just fit it to the window, you can just click fit to window here. So after we after we add the map into our layout, we can go to the object operation again and click this area again. After you click this area, you can see that this will come up. So you can click the text first because I want to put the names for my data, for my maps. So I'm going to click here and just transportation map of Malaysia. So you can just right click and then you can move this to the center, and you can also right click this again and go to the properties. Wait, give me 1 minute. Okay, you can change maybe the text here if you want to change it. And you can edit the font size here if you want to make it like 14. Okay, I'm going to make it 14. Okay, you can change it depending on your maps and so on. You can make it also bold, like transportation map of Malaysia, or you can have an underline here if you want to put underline. If you want to do the outline here, you can also click here under the font effects, and then the alignment, you can also change the alignment here. Either you want to align it to center and justify it, or right alignment and so on. So you can also change the text color here. Depends on what type of color that you want. And the font that you want to change, maybe you want to change into Arial or Algerian, Banshee, Berlin, and so on. So I'm going just to let it be like this. Okay. So you can move it to the center. Okay. So that. After we're done with this, you can also, like I said, if you want to add a pictures or any tables or diagram, you can just click this one and import it into this layout and make it as part of your map. And then if you want to add your like coordinates and the grids, you can just click here and go, either you want to do a graphicals and so on. So next, I'm going to add a north arrow here. Then just left click, right click, I'm sorry. So, and then you can move it into which place that you think it will look okay and your desired place. So you can also change the properties of this one by click the properties. And then you can change the north arrows types like this one. I want to use this one, but if you want to change it, you can go here and click this. Either you want to change it into north arrow or this for direction, and so on. So I'm just going to use this 8 direction arrow. Okay, so after that, we're going to add a legend in our map as usual. So just click this one and click the area that you want to put your legend. And then as usual, left click, and then you can select the layer that you want to put in your legend. So, I'm going to delete this one and click OK here. So as you can see previously, okay, just right click and click to the properties. And you can see that the names, my names is quite like, there is a, what is that? Secondary map output and so on, since I forgot to change it. So you can just go back to your transportation map to change this one first before we go to the properties. So go to the transportation map, and then here you can just like before, you right click it and rename it as a second road. And right click on this province, since I also want to change the province into only province. So you can just here and then right click it again and make sure you click this save map. Okay, so the change that you already created will already be saved into your transportation map. And then you go to this untitled layout. Okay, so as you can see, it's already changed since you already saved it previously. So it already changed, like the names, like it becomes a secondary road only, lake, railways, and primary road, and peninsular Malaysia. Okay, so you can change the legend columns here. Either you want it to be 3 or 4 or 2. It all depends on what you want to. So I'm going to make it into 4. Okay, so in this font setting, you can change this legend column or legend width here. And the position of the legend also can be changed in this X and Y. You can also change the fill color if maybe you want your legend to be like a blue. Here you can change it, but I'm going to make it white. So you can easily see the lake. If I change it to blue, maybe people can differentiate between the lake's color and so on. Okay, and then this one is for the font setting. Like this one is setting for the legend title. You can change like the font size that you want and the font, the type of font that you want. I want it to be Arial Black and so on. You can also change the alignment. Either you want it to be into the center one, or now you can see there's a many option for the alignment here. You can change it depending on it depends on what you want and maps that you create. Okay, so this is for the font size here is 42.5, and the font height is, this one is approximately is 150. So the text color for this legend also can be changed. It all depends on what you want to do in your map creation. So you can also click either you want it to have a shadow, underline, strike out, and so on. So for other item styles also can be changed. Like you want it the font size to be like maybe not too big, and you can change it into 20, and then to be 20, and then so item style also can be changed. Either you want it to be a left top or a center left, center, like it all depends on you. So I'm going to make it into left top again. So you can also change its effects here depending on you. So same, all of these change, like the colors and all are the same, either for the legend title, item style, and sub item style, and it all depends on you. You can also change the border margin here. Either you want it to be left, the left, bottom, right, top either you want it to be active, less than that, or more than that. It depends on you, the margin. So, okay, you can adjust it to put whatever you want to put. Okay. Next, I'm going to add a scale here. So I'm just going to right click again in this area, in this layout, and then go to the object operation, and you can click these scales here. I'm sorry. Okay, the scales here you can add. And then as usual, left click it. And you can change it. Remove it here. And you can change the scales types that you want, like either you want it to be like this or this one. And many other types here, you can change it depending on what you want and which video for your maps. So I'm going to stay like that. And then you can change the division here. Either you want it to be one division only. Oops. And subdivision here. You can change it like 3 subdivision and so on. And the scale height, and you can change the font settings here, font style settings as usual. You can change all of this in this font style settings. So, okay. So you can change or move your legends, your skills here to the place that you want. Okay. So if you want to, like, maybe you have a table or a diagram that you want to add, you can also click it here. And map grid, if you want to add your map grid inside of your maps, you can add it here by click this plus sign, and you can change it. Depends on depends on what you want. Either you want it to be a graphical styles or a different styles. Okay, so after we done with this map creation, so you can go to the layouts again. Okay, so in this layout, you can export it, as I told you previously, into pictures or PDF. So I'm going to show you how you can export to PDF. So this is the DPI that I told you previously about the resolution. So you can change the resolution based on how high quality that you want. So you can just click it here, save it, and if you want to save it into the desktop only, like me, so I'm just going to transportation. So the file types are only a PDF file. So you can click save. Okay, and this is the resolution. Okay, other than that, you can also export it to pictures. So you can change maybe the resolution you want to be 150. So you can change the names here, like okay. So for the images, there is the other than PNG types, you can also change it into. I mean, you can also save it as or export it into the JPEG, TIFF file, or bitmap file. So I'm going to save it as PNG. So I'm just going to click save. And the resolution, I already changed into 150 and click OK. So after that, we're going to look on our what we already save or export. Wait, I'm going to stop sharing first. Wait, I'm going to open the maps that we already created. So I'm going to show you the maps in images that we already create. Where is the share button? Wait. Okay, so okay, so this is the map that we already export into PNG. As you can see, this is after you export it later. So that is how we create a transportation map by using SuperMap iDesktop X. I think that's all for me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Shafika. Okay, so now we will move on to the Q&A session. So maybe if you guys have any question, you can ask through the Q&A, or maybe you can raise your hand to discuss directly with our speaker. I think Shafika, from the chat, there is one question.
Okay, how did you set the labels? Give me 1 minute. I'm opening my desktop. So, which labels that you actually mean? So I just assume that maybe the legends one, is it? Sabrina. Is it the legend one? Or which level?
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, am I audible?
Yes.
No, I don't. I don't want to know about the legend. I want to know about the names. Like, for that point shape file, you have added names to it.
Okay. Oh, wait.
Hello, is Sabrina?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes. I think later we will upload our video on YouTube. Maybe you can watch it again on the YouTube. So
Okay.
so how
Fine,
about
fine.
that? Yeah. Okay. So if you have any question, you can leave them to us.
Yeah, I also want to know what exactly do we need to send in the report? Do we need to send a report for any of the training session, or for all the training sessions we need to send some kind of report?
Yeah. Yeah, Anis, I think you can answer it.
I think I'm going to about the report. If you didn't attend the the maybe the session, like maybe last week you didn't attend, so you need to submit the final result that you already created based on what we shown you in the demonstration last week. That's for the example. But if
No,
you
yeah, I get that. I want to know, like, for every session, do we need to submit any report, or from total all the eight sessions, we can submit only one report?
you need to submit the reports on the weeks that you didn't attend. So if you didn't attend 3 weeks, maybe you need to submit a final result of a 3 weeks demonstration.
Sorry, would you please repeat it again?
Like if you need to submit the report based on the weeks that you didn't come. So like if you didn't come like for 3 weeks, so you need to send the report or the final result of the 3 weeks that you didn't attend.
Okay, you mean if I had not attended the last three sessions, then I
Yes.
need to submit a report?
Yes.
Or if I have been attending the sessions from the day one, I don't need to send any kind of report to you?
Yes. But
Okay,
if you want to
I have
change
been
it,
attending all the sessions till now, so I don't need to submit any report for it.
yes, but if you just want to show us the results that you already created, and maybe you want us to check either it is correct or not, so you can also send it. But if you already attend from the day one, no need for you to submit it.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Okay. I think there is no more question. Oh, all right. Okay, I will share the link for you to submit. Wait a minute. Okay, so you can submit it here. So if you open the link, we had create a different folder for every week. So you can just write your name and your organization for which week that you missed for the result. Okay, so if you guys have any other question, you can just send us email through supermap.my@gmail.com. Okay, I think that's all for today. So thank you so much, everyone, for attending this week 5. Okay. So I hope to see you all again next week for week 6, where you will learn about spatial analysis. So for this spatial analysis will include the 2D and also 3D as well. So okay, thank you so much, everyone, and see you all again next week for spatial analysis. Thank you and have a nice day.